And we are back with another episode of Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered. I'm Coach Jase. That's Coach Rob. Y'all know how it goes. The boys are back in the studio. LSU went 2-0 on the weekdays, even though we had a little scare game one. We're going to get into it very in depth here soon, get all of our thoughts out. Coach, before we get any deeper, how about it? Y'all know what it calls for. A little residue on the laptop there.
Yeah, that's why I have that protector over my keyboard. I think you got one too.
I got it over keyboard.
Yeah, and I look at my keyboard and I see all kinds of splashes and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty dangerous. But anyway, the boys are back in the office. We got LSU, 2 games to talk about. We told y'all last episode whenever we ended, we're going to get into A&M, what their troubles could be, where they rank SEC-wise right now. We're going to talk a little MLB news. That's where we're going to start. Yankees down a few key players, including if you take Juan Soto out of that lineup in the postseason last year, arguably the MVP of the postseason, and Giancarlo Stanton. Might have heard about some of the stuff that's been happening with him. It's been going on for a couple weeks now, but, like we said, most of this over the next few months is going to be college baseball, especially our Tigers. All right, that's what we're going to do.
Fuck, I knew I meant to go change.
Sorry, you got purple on.
I know, but I just so I don't know if you remember me telling you this.
Oh,
I went to the game against Omaha, the one they lost.
Yeah.
And bought a shirt.
Okay.
And then lost said shirt, left it at the game.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, no, you didn't tell me that part.
Just had to eat that, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I bought same said shirt.
Oh, God.
Last night, because I went to the game last night.
Did you leave it at iFars?
Nope. I know. No. It's home. It's in my closet.
Okay, good.
I meant to change into it.
Oh.
I cleaned my crawfish pot today with this on.
At least it's purple.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked LSU last episode, and I had a big old black and red Cincy jersey on, so it's fine. It's all good. But today, we're in purple and gold. Got Tiger on. We're fine. We're doing good.
It's actually it's a fucking Methanex shirt.
No, it's not a paid promotion for Methanex.
No. It's ex-girlfriend shirt.
But yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. We kind of teased it a little bit where we were going to go with this episode. We're going to get super in-depth in some stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know we were sitting here for about 45 minutes before talking about it. Like, we're going to get pretty amped up when it comes to some of these things that we saw, some of the ways that we feel like LSU reacted in that first game, and then how they reacted in the game two, and how you can't take this next series against North Alabama.
North Alabama.
Shamalama. I don't know what I'm
North
talking about.
Alabama.
Yeah, North Alabama.
Alabama.
You can't take this series for granted either, with just because you see their record at 3-8. Like, can't do that. And we're gonna dive into it, explain why, and all that stuff. But Coach, let's start Yankees here. So, big news out of Yankees ownership.
It's a little older news, right? We've been on the college baseball train lately, but the Yankees can now have beards.
Well groomed. So you can't be just
they can't have Duck Dynasty beards. They can't have Jake Fraley beards.
We're not gonna see any Jeff Bagwell beards out here.
Jeff Bagwell had a
goat.
No, but his was groomed.
Yeah, but it was hanging like
not that far.
13 Red Sox.
Jeff Bagwell never had one hanging out that far.
13 Red Sox. We're not going to see that.
You're not going to see Brian Wilson.
Yeah. It's got to be well groomed.
Fear the beard.
They didn't come out and say what well groomed is, but
they said as long as you don't look like Duck Dynasty up there.
Oh, is that what they said?
That was the quote.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And because they asked the question, what is well groomed? And I think they asked it to Aaron Judge.
Right.
And he said, we were told by Brian Cashman, no Duck Dynasty beards.
Yeah.
So, okay. But
then, like some Big Papi beards. Like nice and trimmed
nice
up,
trim.
Well,
I don't know if you know this, but Big Papi got a haircut like every 2 days.
Yeah.
Right. And his barber like came to his house.
Yeah.
Came on the road with him and all. Like
it was very impressive.
Yes.
Very impressive.
Yes. But so this rule is a rule that I've always hated. We remember.
Stand it.
What was it? Rugnet Odor.
Yeah.
He had a beard his whole career. He goes to the Yankees, and dude looks like just shit.
Did you hear the reason that Cashman came out and said this? He literally came out and said...
Devin Williams had a lot to do with it.
Well, he literally came out and said, he goes, we're the Yankees. I mean, whatever can appeal to players in free agency, like we want to appeal to them. Dog, it's 2025. Like,
Could you imagine the
what
World
are we
Series?
doing?
Like, okay, I feel like they could have signed a lot more guys if they would have cut this out.
You would have got Brian Wilson years ago whenever he was with the Giants because they tried and he refused to shave his beard.
Yeah.
You would have probably got Bryce Harper when he was a free agent out of Washington before he signed with Philly.
Yep.
You probably could have kept Soto. I mean,
Soto can't grow a beard.
well,
Soto cannot grow a beard. Watch. I'm just telling you, watch.
I think he just likes the clean shaven part.
I think he doesn't shave. I think he's one of those guys like old Gabe. I think he's just like Goob in that fact that he just doesn't fucking grow facial hair. Just
Look,
one of
there's
those
that
baby
possibility.
face guys.
I was listening to MLB Network today. They were talking to Booney actually.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, so facial hair policy, like, what'd you think of it? He said, guys are kind of tiptoeing on eggshells around here because they don't know if they should actually do it or not.
I mean, fuck it. You got to test the waters, huh?
Yeah. And they asked him, they're like, well, are you going to do it? I mean, you're the manager. Like, if you do it, people's going to follow in line. He goes, I don't know. He said that, there might be a day or two that comes out where I'll let it grow out an extra day. He said, but this year, he said, I'm probably going to keep it shaved up.
They've at least like allowed mustaches.
Yes.
Yes. It's almost like a military regulations.
Yeah.
Right.
OSHA regulations here.
Well, not necessarily, right? So OSHA regulations,
they let you
like
know.
You can have a handlebar and shit. Like you can have as long as you can have a full face respirator to fit your face.
Yeah.
Right. So you can have your handlebar mustache down to like here, right? The old Hayden Travinsky.
Yeah.
That's in OSHA regulations.
All right.
Right. But military. So when I was in the Navy, like you couldn't, it couldn't go a quarter inch past the corner of your lip towards your ear, and then a quarter inch below the corner of your lip going towards your chin.
Yeah.
So quarter inch is fucking that thick, right? So you had
quarter inch,
buddy. Oh my god. Do we need a tape measure?
Yes.
Show me 6 inches. And they do that trick. And you ever seen that? The videos?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, hey, show me 6 inches. This one dude, he grabs the tape measure, he pulls it up, puts one hand here, and then holds that, and then puts his other hand like this, and it's sticking out the top a little bit, and he pushed it down a hair and lets go, and it's right on 6 inches.
Really?
Yes. And he was like, yep, there you go. And somebody was like, that guy knows 6 inches all too well.
That is classic.
Good for my boy.
That's classic right there. That's
awesome. Yeah. So that was the, but I mean, quarter inch is fucking like that, dude.
Yeah,
very
no,
small.
it's very tiny.
So we just tried to not fuck with people, whatever. But
absolutely,
like, the whole thing is like Devin Williams complaining. If Devin Williams would not have bitched and moaned and complained, this would have never happened.
Yeah, dude, it's so crazy. Like, I feel like this is 20 years too late.
Yeah.
Like, I hated this rule in high school because
y'all had it at EA?
Yes, we had this at EA with both coaches that I had. No facial hair policy, not even a mustache. Zero facial hair policy. Oh. There was this dude, I was a freshman, I can't remember his name. And this guy grew facial hair at an absurd rate. When I tell you
he had to shave every day.
Twice a day. Twice. Like, woke up in the morning, had to shave from sleeping.
On a baseball team?
Yes. It was a lefty pitcher.
Your age?
No. I was a freshman at the time. He was a senior.
Oh.
He was 11. And but shaved in the morning. Came to school clean as it can be. By the time we had PE, which was just the start of baseball practice,
right,
he had to go in the locker room and shave again. Because he grew hair at an absurd rate.
They had a guy, I think was your age. He didn't play baseball or anything. He might have played football. But he went to St. Teresa with me, and he was like that.
Dude,
but in fucking Ben Thompson.
Yeah.
Ben was like that.
Ben was, yeah.
Ben was like that in 7th grade. Because we go to St. Teresa, you can't have facial hair.
Right. You got to be clean
at all. You have to be clean shaven. I had 2 little fucking hairs coming out of my chin that were 2 inches long.
And you jumped for joy in the morning before you went to school and you got in trouble.
Yeah, and they told me, you need to shave. I said, shave what? I could fucking pluck these things, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I could literally braid them right now. I was like, this is stupid. Oh, dude, my mom and dad were both pissed.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. But I mean, I hated it in high school. You're Major League Baseball players, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
the 2013 Red Sox put that whole facial hair this nonsense to rest. And I'm
Yeah.
sure there's other teams long before that
But
that put it
see,
to rest. But that team won a World Series, and you had Johnny Gomes and Mike Napoli with just like
but
full
and
man beards
and
out there.
also, but those things weren't straggly. Those were well groomed. So that's what there needs to be a definition
Yeah, definition
of
of
what
well
is well
groomed.
groomed
Yeah.
because you can have a beard that's like shaped, long, like even Jake Fraley's beard is
Yeah.
shaped. It's kept up for sure.
Right.
And with all these beard oils and all kinds of shit, like you can have a well groomed beard.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
mine was not the one
Anyway,
that I grew out. Do you remember that?
yes, it was horrible.
It was awful.
Yankees finally in 2025 eliminate their no facial hair rule. Thank God.
And that's been years and years and years.
It's been since the start of the Yankees.
Yeah.
They've had this rule. So let's go. Let's go to the next point here. Speaking of the Yankees, sticking with them. As I said to start the episode here, arguably the MVP of the postseason last year would have been the MVP of the postseason last year had Soto not been there. Giancarlo Stanton, both elbows. He has gotten injections into. He is expected to start the season on the IL, which he will start the season on the IL.
He spends more time on the IL than fucking anybody.
And that's what, I'm listening to MLB Network a lot on my way to work, on my way home. Like, that's what they were saying. This isn't the first time he's going to be on the IL this year. And you're talking about getting this guy back in late May. So
Yeah.
he's going to miss the first 2 months, and then he comes back in late May. He's got to get timing back down. He's got to do this and do that. And we know this guy's a 235 hitter. Like, getting timing down is a big deal for him to hit 235. Now, he's going to give you 35 homers. But, man, how are you going to swing the bat? How do you, he's not taking reps. He's essentially sitting at the house resting his two elbows. And it's not one, it's both elbows. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you come back, how are you going to react after you take 10 swings off the tee? And then when you got some pressure from 95 hitting your bat, how's your elbows going to react the next day, the next 2 days? Because they always say the second day is the worst. So how are they going to react then? Are you going to be ready to go in 6 to 8 weeks?
I would love to know how the fuck he hurt both his elbows.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
I mean, I have an idea, and if it's the right idea, good for him. It's
Jesus.
if he needs both hands, you know what I mean? Like,
oh my
good,
gosh,
good for him, bud. But also, like, it sucks losing Stanton. Like, you can't function. In this lineup, losing Soto, you got Cody Bellinger, right? Jazz is back at second from spring training, from what I saw.
Added Goldie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jazz is going to play second. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you saw the play, but it was a look like runner on second, little pop up, kind of in no man's land, right in front of center, and Cody's running at it. He's hauling ass, slides, doesn't catch it, but picks it off the ground, pops right up, throws it to Jazz at second, throws kind of left. Jazz catches, makes a very athletic catch, and then reaches back and tags the guy going back to second because he didn't know whether he should go or not. He kind of hesitated.
I didn't see that.
Dude, the play was just so athletic between the two of them.
Yeah.
This Yankees team is going to be a problem with the addition of Cody Bellinger and the moving Jazz to middle. Dude.
It helps him kind of everywhere, right? I mean, we talked about the Belly addition. This guy can play all three outfield positions at an elite level.
Yep.
Okay, he can play first base at an elite level. Like this is a former MVP, former Rookie of the Year. Like, dude has been to the top. He's also been at the bottom. All right.
Yeah.
After he won that MVP year, he was horrible for the next 3 years, which led to 2 years, which led to Dodgers to essentially release him.
The Dodgers?
Yeah, remember he came in with the Dodgers.
Who?
Bellinger.
I thought you were talking about Stanton for a second. Yes, Bellinger. Yes, Bellinger.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
no,
So yes,
Bellinger.
after he lost MVP, or after he won the MVP,
Yeah.
he just lost everything he ever knew about fucking baseball.
Yeah, it was so weird, so
Yeah.
odd. The fall off was so odd. But
He had to go back to riding a fucking tricycle because he didn't remember how to ride a bike.
yeah,
Like,
but dude, I agree. This Stanton loss is massive, and what throws a lot more questions is who's going to now protect Judge, because sure you're counting on if you had to make your lineup today, you're probably going Jazz, Judge, Bellinger, Stanton. Assuming Stanton's healthy, right? That's probably your 1 through 4. Goldie's at the 5, Volpe at the 6, Wells at the 7. Maybe switch Volpe and Wells.
well, so another guy though, where are you putting LeMahieu when he's healthy?
So that's who we're going to get to next, because DJ just went down with a calf injury. He was projected to be the starting third baseman. You move Jazz back to second. He was projected to be a starting third baseman.
So now what do you do?
So now you got Oswaldo Cabrera, and their names are so similar.
I don't know.
Peralta or something like that. That's the other guy to play the infield. He's played all over the place.
David Peralta?
No, not David. He's played
He's probably fucking retired by now.
Yeah, David Peralta is definitely retired by now.
Got it.
Shoot, what's this guy's name? Well, Oswaldo Pereza, and Oswaldo Cabrera. That's what I said. Their names are very similar.
Who was the guy who played shortstop for the Red Sox in 04? Was that Oswaldo Cabrera? Was that his fucking name?
Mm-mm. No, these guys are young.
No. I know, but wasn't that his name?
The 2004 Red Sox?
Yeah. You remember it was a number 44, I believe was his number.
I don't think it was Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oh, fuck. I can't remember his name.
No, that was when they had Pokey. Oh, Pokey Reese. He played some second, too. He played majority of second, yeah. But then they got...
No, that was... Pedroia was on that team. Pedroia played second.
You're thinking of Orlando Cabrera.
Orlando Cabrera. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. But then, all right, so that's the offensive side of things. All right. Now you got go to pitching. Fucking Luis Hill, your rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Is basically...
Pedroia was not on that team. He came up in 06.
On 04?
Yeah, he came up in 06.
Oh, well, I'll just go fuck myself, I guess.
I didn't think he was, but I was like,
but he's having shoulder issues and a lat strain.
Yeah, so a major lat strain, a high grade.
Did he win Rookie of the Year and just say, "Fuck my workouts, fuck my everything"? Like,
yeah,
that's what it seems like.
This is a weird injury here. Man, I'm struggling today.
You need to drink more.
Yeah, I do.
It's like playing golf.
They came out and said it's a shoulder issue at first, and then come out and said, oh, he's had 2 MRIs. It's a high grade lat strain. Booney and GM Cashman came out today. They said we will not have him for at least 3 months. This is a big deal. And it's a big deal because you didn't have Garrett Cole last year for the first 3 months. Remember, he battled those elbow injuries.
Right.
And so who stepped up and was that Garrett Cole-like guy, essentially, was Luis Hill.
Yep.
Okay. It's the reason why this guy won Rookie of the Year. He started the year like 9-1 or something like that, 10-1. Like, it was lights out in the MVP conversation early in the year, in the Cy Young conversation early in the year, obviously Rookie of the Year conversation. He ended up winning it, like you said. I think he finished the year like 15 or 16-7, somewhere along those lines. But this is a key piece because now you are forced to put Marcus Stroman back in the starting rotation at your 5 spot, which you didn't want to do. We know that because you already said he was going to be a bullpen guy, even though he said he wasn't going to be. So
I think Stroman had something to do with this injury.
No, you're talking a Garrett Cole who, look, I just said missed 3 months. I don't wish injury on anybody.
No, I don't
want
either.
the best to play. I'm a Red Sox fan. Fuck the Yankees forever. is how I feel, unless I have a kid one day that ends up playing for the Yankees. But aside from that, like, I am forever go Sox, fuck the Yankees guy, but I will never risk injury on anybody. But you're talking about a guy in Garrett Cole who has been an absolute workhorse, an absolute dog his entire career. He missed 3 months last year. The numbers, okay, I don't care what the eye test says, the numbers are down. Velo is down. Movement, horizontal and vertical on all pitches, down. Spin rate, down. Okay. You're getting a Max Fried who battled his share of elbow injuries last year. All right. Carlos Rodon, what are you going to get from him? Clark Schmidt, you took out of the bullpen last year to be a starter. How many innings can you get from him in year 2 of starting? And Marcus Stroman, we kind of know where he's at, 88 to 90 with a good sinker in a home run hitting park. All right. So you're losing a key piece here. And this isn't something, again, this is like Stanton. Welcome the dogs into the podcast, if you can hear them barking.
Go ahead and close the door if you don't mind. Diesel just walked out. Yeah, we'll just.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll
let him
open it
go.
if I got to. I did it plenty of times last episode.
Oh my goodness! I don't know what the fuck.
Who's at
they're
the
barking.
door?
I do not know.
Oh. All right, we'll just leave it closed. I'll keep going.
I thought I got an alarm from my door, but Gunner just sent me a reel on Facebook, so we're good. But yeah, go ahead, bud.
This is another guy here that, when he does come back from this latch strain is what they're calling it. It's the same thing as Stanton. I mean, how do you recover? Because that's a lot of pressure going to that side. I mean, just as well as me, when you don't throw for a long time and you get back out there and start throwing, that whole side.
Oh, dude, I guarantee if I threw right now,
hurting,
my body would hurt. Like whole body from head to toe.
So, I mean, you're talking about 3 key injuries here. This is a guy in Stanton you projected to be number 4 hole or 3 hole, projecting Judge. A DJ LeMahieu that was projected to be starting third baseman. He's done. Not done, but he's out for a while. And Luis Hill that we're going to miss the first three months of at least. So, big-time injuries here in spring training. Speaking of another big-time injury, Atlanta Braves catcher Sean Murphy.
Yeah, this hurts. This hurts this Braves team because there's some people that project the Braves to win the division, which I do not understand because Phillies, in my opinion, got it down.
It's dangerous.
Like it's between them two. I don't think the Mets this year are ready.
I agree.
I think that they lost too much and might have not gained enough. You know what I mean? Like pitching wise, I think. And then like their experiments with Clay Holmes in the starting rotation, like
Mania starting the year on the IL.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for them to compete for this division. Yep. Now, will they make the playoffs? Maybe. Had the second wild card spot. But whoever comes in second in this division will be a wild card.
I like old Carlos Mendoza, man. He did a great job last year, first year as their manager.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Dude's really good. So I think he can bring them together. But I agree with that. I don't think this is a playoff team. You added Soto, great. Right. Difference maker. We know this, but there's a lot of question marks there still.
Which Braves pitcher went to the Yankees? Strider? No, not Strider.
Braves pitcher to the Yankees.
Yes.
Max Fried.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Strider is still in Atlanta. He's coming to Atlanta, and he's coming back. He's healthy from what it seems like.
He'll miss a little bit.
Your team is so fucking young.
Yeah.
And you have everybody on contract for at least another 2-3 years.
You got the reigning Cy Young winner in Chris Hill.
Right.
You got Schwellenbach, who was amazing last year.
Correct.
Coming back. You got Ronaldo Lopez, who's amazing last year.
Yep.
Coming back. So there's your 1, 2, 3.
Preach.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
Acuna's going to come back.
Yep.
I haven't seen any updates if Acuna's going to be ready day 1.
I would assume.
If anybody knows, slide into the DMs, let us know. I haven't seen nothing. I mean, we follow trade rumors. We follow MLB stuff. Like, I haven't seen any news on Acuna or Strider all preseason.
No, but let me tell you this. So with Strider, I've seen him throw. I've seen videos of him throwing bullpens. Throwing just when pitchers and catchers reported, like he's throwing.
Yeah.
Okay. With Acuna, he's already tore one ACL. This is his second.
In the same knee?
No.
This is his other knee.
Yes.
All right.
So that's what.
Whew,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah.
Because he tore his left one, I believe, before, and he tore his right one this time. So it's within what, 3 years of each other?
Yeah, I hate that for him.
Yeah, it was in 21. No, in 4 years. So in 21 he tore his ACL, and that's whenever Braves won the World Series.
Yep.
All right, and then he kind of played in 22. 23 he had the badass season.
Yep.
What was it? The 40-70?
That was his MVP year.
Yes.
Yep.
And then last year tears ACL again.
Yeah, and here's the thing about comparing the injuries here. And look, an injury is an injury is terrible for the game all the way around. So I don't want to make it seem like it's not.
Oh, just whenever you get done talking. That's for now. I'm gonna wait till you get done talking. I'm gonna wait till I start talking and then tell you, hey, about anyone.
But here's the difference in the injuries. Okay, the difference in the injuries is this. I wouldn't pay money, and this is not to take away from anybody either, because I love. Bless you.
I think that was a sneeze.
I love
He might
Sean
have not
Murphy.
been,
Right? I think he's one of the best catchers in the league. Yep. Dude's a stud. But personally, I'm not paying money to go see Sean Murphy if I'm going to watch the Braves.
Correct.
I'm going to pay money to watch Ronald Acuna.
Well, to be honest with you,
that's the box office name.
That is, but you're also going to pay money for the atmosphere.
Yeah.
If you have never been,
but I'm talking about player injuries and how they.
I get
like
it.
What's good for the game.
I get it. But so if we wanted to go see a Braves game,
yeah,
right, we would time it up to see what. Like who would we want to go see in all 9 positions? Like
an easy game to go see, or like we want to see
like a Brave, like we want to go to Atlanta to go to the Braves.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we giving a shit about what day we go? Because if we go to Pittsburgh,
I mean, if we're
so you know what I'm saying? It's like if we go to Pittsburgh, we're picking a day where Skeens is on the mound.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So if we go to Atlanta, what day are we going to? Where who's pitching?
Oh, see, that wouldn't matter to me.
No, see Chris Sale.
Yeah,
Chris Sale's the answer right there.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't give a shit, or Strider.
If I had to pick an answer, yeah, I'm picking Sale, but I'm not specifically tailoring my day. Like if we went to, so I guess what I'm saying is if we plan a Braves trip, right? We don't want to take off of work.
Right.
Okay, so we're going on a Saturday or Sunday.
Correct.
We're traveling up Friday night after work. Go watch the game Saturday. I don't give a shit who's on the mound that Saturday. But if I'm going to a Pittsburgh game, I'm looking at Saturday or Sunday to make sure Skeens is on the mound.
And I think that mentality is part of the reason we can drive to Atlanta. Yeah. We can drive to Pittsburgh, but it's a fucking hell of a drive.
We'd still have to take days off work.
I'm not driving to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no.
I'm just letting you know that now.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, as far as the pitching matchup for the Braves, sure, would I hope we get lucky and we get a Strider or a Sale? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But would I tailor my trip around Strider or Sale? No, I'm tailoring my trip around. I'm not going until if Acuna's out the first month, I'm not traveling from Louisiana to Atlanta to go watch the Braves. Now, when he comes back in June and he's got 20 games under his belt and he's no longer under a restriction anymore, hey, let's plan a trip.
So this is
you know what I'm saying? Like that's where that kind of conversation goes.
This is where Christian Pache would come into play right here. So when Acuna tore his ACL in 21, this was Pache's fucking time to shine.
Yeah.
And buddy, did he.
Yeah.
And so ended up, I mean, they won the fucking World Series. Right?
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
And this year I don't know what happened, but they didn't. Okay. But neither did Philly. And Philly won the division by a landslide.
Right.
I think they need more than what they got. And it's Freddie needs to come back, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, they're not.
And it sucks because Matt Olson damn near better. Like
He's so good.
he's what for what? To be honest with you, they did good by signing Matt Olson to replace Freddie Freeman.
I think Matt Olson is back this year in the home run title conversation.
Well, fuck, his first year as a Brave, he hit what
52,
52, 53,
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's back in the home run conversation this year. I said that episodes ago. I don't know, 12, 13 episodes ago.
I don't know. But with that team, he's got to be their best RBI producer.
Yep.
Right? That team is stacked, but that division has 3 teams in it that are somewhat stacked. They don't have everything, right? Yeah. Dodgers have everything. And you can't argue with that.
No, they got 1 through 9. They got 1 through 5. They got the best bullpen in the league.
Yeah.
I mean,
I saw a video today, and then we can move on to college shit.
Good.
But I saw a video today. This dude, and you're going to laugh at this. I hope. Fuck you. There was this video. This guy, he was, hey, I'm here with one of the perennial outfielders in the game today, probably top 5 outfielder of all time, or not of all time, but in the game today, right? Top 5. Luis Robert Jr. and Luis Robert Jr. standing right there. This motherfucker's a 77 overall in MLB The Show 25.
Yeah, that's because he had a horrible year.
Okay, but calling him a top 5 outfielder in the game today.
Yeah.
Mike Trout's better than him, and Mike Trout hadn't seen the fucking field in years. Okay?
Not for a full season.
Anthony Rendon's a better fucking outfielder than him.
No.
Dude.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, I can name 15 outfielders better than Luis Robert Jr.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. That is good.
It was
definitely not true.
I laughed. I immediately paused it and cackled.
Yeah, yes.
And then continue watching because it's a baseball video. But anyway,
you know who we get to cackle
at? Do we have to talk about him? I really want to call him something, but I cannot say it on, while we're recording.
Yeah. Yeah, look, Texas A&M Aggies. All right, let's just call it what it is. They're 7-5 right now. I have been saying the loss of Grohovac was going to be detrimental to this team. They have lost 5 of their last 7. They're 7-5.
Is this dude a freshman? He's a freshman?
No, he transfers 2 years. Second year guy.
Do you know where he transferred from? No, it's fine if you don't. I got to pull it up right here. I can look while you talk.
Yeah. This is a loss that has been more detrimental than I think Texas A&M could understand. And while you've had the loss, the number 1 overall projected pick in the league, Jase Lavalette has not picked up the slack. All right. I'm a huge fan of Jase Lavalette, mostly because me and him share the same name. Secondly, because dude's just an absolute stud. Okay. We all saw what he did last year. We all saw what he did postseason. Dude can play some baseball. But he hasn't yet.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah. Grohovac?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Mm-hmm.
And looks like he did not transfer.
Oh, he didn't transfer?
2024 freshman. Started all 67 games.
He did stay with
A&M. 298, 390 on base, and 596 slugging.
Yep.
Yeah. 23 home runs. Freshman record. A&M single season freshman record. 23 home runs, 66 RBIs, scored 83 times. 3rd all-time program history.
You know what's sad? Is that I'm pretty sure I said that last episode.
And you just didn't remember?
Yeah.
Is my brain rubbing off on you?
Probably.
Solid.
It's definitely not the beer's fault.
I don't think so.
So
it's not the beer's fault I make bad decisions.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But yeah. A&M 7-5 on the year, have lost 5 of their last 7. Okay.
It's fitting.
It's and all these losses have come after the loss of Grohovac.
When was, just real quick,
except the first one.
When was the
God, I hate these.
Was it last year Texas A&M playing Florida in the College World Series and 2 fans got kicked out? Or was that an SEC tournament?
Dude, that was SEC tournament.
SEC tournament that was last year or the
No,
year?
because SEC tournament last year was LSU and Tennessee.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't
It was LSU.
championship.
It was A&M Florida.
It was last year for sure.
Okay, it was last year. You don't have to.
Texas A&M fans get kicked out. Let's see.
I know it was last year. I just don't remember if it was.
It was in June, so it was at the World. It was at the World Series.
At the College World Series because both teams made it. Obviously, A&M made it. They were the runner-up.
Yeah.
Florida made it because they got put in a fucking predicament.
They were talking shit to Florida's coach.
Yep, and we talked about that whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is why I love this. This is so fucking fitting for Texas A&M. I hate these motherfuckers so much.
I can't stand A&M. Like talking about this,
again,
I got a big ass smile because I was trying to hold it back, but you just said it. Like this makes me so happy.
No, the injury does not make me happy.
Yeah,
again, we've said before. Look, we don't wish injury on anybody, but we enjoy this losing streak so fucking bad.
Yeah,
they're 6-3 at home,
dude. It's
they haven't played an away game. They've only played on neutral sites.
Look, man. Look, these 5 losses. I just said Jase Lavalette, arguably the number 1 pick in the draft. I think he's losing stock right now. He better pick it up because you're really not facing the best of competition early in the league. Early in the year.
Did he get hurt against Cal Poly in the fifth game of the season? When did he get hurt?
Lavalette?
No. Grohovac.
First loss. Game 6.
Okay.
He played, and then they announced the next day that he was going to miss the rest of the year. But they had lost that game.
Got it.
That he played.
Yeah,
that was
they
the
lost
first game.
2-3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, they start the year, first game, they played a series against Elon, 3-game series, win 4-2, 7-inning win, 16-6, and then 8-inning win, 12-6, right? Which I don't understand that one. It's not a 10-run rule. 12-6.
They might have it might have been a rain delay. It could have been
something, right?
Weather.
Their fourth game, technically against McNeese, got canceled. So fourth game, legitimately, Cal Poly 6-1 win, and then got their first loss 4-3 against Cal Poly, and then they go. So that's one loss. So then they go loss against Cal Poly 2-3, loss against Texas State, which love that. Texas State, yes, the horns down in 2022 was fucking phenomenal. 3-7. Arizona loss. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. They won against Cal Poly 4-3. Then lost against Cal Poly 2-3. Yeah. Texas State 3-7. Arizona 2-3. And then Oklahoma State lost again. Got shut out 4-0. That's 4.
Yeah, here comes a win against Rice.
And then a win against Rice in 7, right? 14-4, which Rice is not who they used to be.
No.
Right? Rice used to fucking make Omaha.
Yeah.
Right?
Rice used to be LSU versus Rice at LSU was the Wally Pontiff game.
Right. And Rice was good.
So I don't know if you know this about me, but I grew up going to LSU baseball games every weekend with my grandmother. I have two brothers, one older, one younger.
Right.
Older brother would go Friday, I go Saturday, younger brother would go Sunday.
Damn.
I was the biggest Wally Pontiff fan. That was my guy. They used to let the kids on the field in the midweeks and sometimes on the weekends whenever you weren't playing SEC play.
You were one of those kids.
Yes. And there was one person I went to every single time. I mean, I kind of got like tears in my eyes thinking about Wally because I was a Wally Pontiff guy. When he died, like didn't wake up in his hotel room that morning, I didn't even want to go back to a baseball game because all I wanted to do was watch Wally Pontiff play. And 2 years later, I got to meet his brother, Nick Pontiff, who also played for LSU.
Right.
And I talked to Nick for 30 minutes, like one-on-one, just about how much I loved his brother and how much awesome. I looked up to him and just
never knew any of this.
Dude, I was the biggest Wally Pontiff fan as a kid. Still am. And then they started the Wally Pontiff game, which was against Rice every single year. They don't do it anymore. They stopped that years ago for whatever reason. But dude, I loved Wally. That was my guy, man. Like, so yes, I remember these Rice games. I remember when Rice was so good. I look forward to that every year. The Wally Pump tribute made me cry for like 5 years straight because I just loved him so much. That was my guy. I love that guy, man.
That's awesome. I never
I
knew that story.
I had an LSU hat and I took it to Lids one day and I got number 34 like carved into the side of it.
31, I thought. Was it 31? I thought it was 31.
Was it 31?
I believe it was 31, bud.
Oh, well, I got 34 in my head. Look it up for me. But I got his number carved into the side of my head. Like, not my head, into the side of my hat.
He was junior, wasn't he?
Yeah.
31.
And that team was loaded, by the way.
Wally Puniff Jr., 31.
Yeah.
Went to Jesuit.
Yeah.
He's from Metairie.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But I got his number. I got his number on one side. I got WP on the other side. Like, loved him. But
speaking of him, he was a 2002 team captain. 2002. This is all 2002 right here.
Yeah.
Second team All SEC. All tournament team for the regional. Verizon District 6. All academic team. SEC academic honor roll, and then in 2001, first team All SEC. Regional all tournament team. SEC academic honor roll. 2000 SEC conference tournament most outstanding player. Must have been as a freshman.
Dude, I love the guy. He was awesome, bro.
Honorable mention freshman All-American, and then Baton Rouge regional all tournament team.
Yeah.
So 3 years in a row. Jesus Christ. Okay.
He was awesome.
You know, I never
I think he
really
got drafted by Oakland at one point, but didn't go.
It must have been out of high school because he was a junior.
Yeah.
When he passed. Anyway, I never knew it. So I've really legitimately. So we're only a year apart.
Yeah.
But like my LSU baseball days started in like 08 ish. Like the Blake Dean, Matt Clark. I don't know if you remember this, but when we played UCLA, I think it might have been at UCLA in either the Super or a regional. Yeah, I think it was a Super to go to Omaha in 2010, I believe. Trevor Bauer pitched against LSU.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Okay, so I remember that specifically because it might have been 08. Now that I think about it, it was UCLA won. UCLA beat us.
So June 6, 2010.
10. Okay, there you go. I was
June
in 8th
6th,
grade.
They beat us 6-3 in the regionals.
Yep. So I just finished 7th grade, going to 8th. Yeah, they beat us in the regionals that year, and Trevor Bauer pitched against us because I remember his delivery.
Crazy.
I remember his funky delivery, and I was like,
very funky. Lord,
dude. Well, so I tried to mimic it, right? Because Tim Lincecum was also one of my. Tim Lincecum was also one of my like favorite pitchers.
Oh yeah,
of all time. The freak, dude, and his delivery was fucking insane.
Yeah,
you know. So
you ever seen the Hunter Pence video of him pitching or mimicking?
Hunter Pence is just a weird character. Like he's a good guy from all his interviews, like a normal guy. That's fine. But dude, his batting stance and the way he swung, it just didn't seem
his own deck circles
didn't seem like he was a Major League Baseball player.
They asked, I can't remember if it was Terry or Fondo. And then we're going to go back to A&M here. I promise we'll go back to A&M. But they asked him one time after he signed that big deal with San Francisco, it was like $23 million a year. This was when, $23 million a year was unheard of.
Oh no, absolutely.
At this time,
yeah, okay?
He was
that
coming
was
off
that was the high.
He was coming off of his Astros career, I believe. Was Pence? Is that where we got to know him? Was it with Houston? And he signed with San Francisco.
But the old jerseys that they had.
So he signs this big deal with San Francisco, and Terrio was there, or I can't remember.
Terrio was there,
but they interviewed. Yeah, I know Terrio was there because he won a World Series with him.
I don't think Mike ever went to San Francisco.
Okay, yeah, that was with the Cubs. They won the World Series.
Right.
Fine, no,
Well, no. They didn't never. No, Cubs had won a
not
World
that. Yeah,
Series.
didn't win it. Got to it in law or was right
No.
there, and
Who did
they were there.
fucking
But
who did Terrio win a World Series with?
the Giants,
It was with Giants.
yes,
You know, he's the
two, I think.
only. I ever told you this? He's the only
Yeah.
player to ever score
The winning
the
run.
winning run in a deciding World Series game in the College World Series and the MLB
Yep.
World Series.
Yep, he's got a poster of it in his
That's
office.
crazy.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty cool. But so I guess it was Terrio then. I was listening to a baseball thing years and years ago when Hunter Pence was still playing and Terrio was still playing. They were teammates. I was like, who's the cheapest guy on the team? Like when he goes out, refuses to pay for anything, like don't even pitch in. And it was like, and he said, "Oh yeah, Hunter Pence." He's like, "Yeah, we go bowling or something," and it's like a $400 bill. He's like, "Nah, I can't." He's pulling coupons out of his pocket, like he's trying.
No
He was the
shit,
cheapest guy's like,
dude. That is fucking
hilarious.
wild.
Yeah,
That is wild.
yeah, 100. And this was right after he signed that big deal with San Francisco. I don't remember what. I think it was 23 million somewhere around there
I don't know.
a year, but. All right, let's go back to A&M. Let's keep the happy streak going here with A&M. So who do we want to talk about or what game? So over their 5 wins, let's talk about the 5 wins before they went on a losing streak. They outscored their opponents 42-18. All right. Over the 4 losses that they had in a row, obviously they have 5. They lost a couple nights ago, so excludes that. Over those 4 losses, they were outscored 17-7. Dude, they scored 7 runs in 4 games. This is the number 1 team in the country. Not anymore, but number 1 team in the country. Scored 7 runs in 4 games.
Which is why they got moved to
number 14, I think.
Right.
16, something like that.
Hunter Pence signed a 5-year, $90 million deal extension in 2014. 18 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah.
I was just verifying.
Well, we know how crazy numbers can be considering the fact that what's his name? Pavetta's pitching for the Padres this year for $2 million, and then next year makes $19 million, and the year after makes $18 million.
Yeah.
Numbers can be a little crazier.
So A&M isn't Caden Kent? That's Jeff Kent's son, right?
Yeah, Jeff Kent's son. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. I mean, dude. These stats from A&M that you typed up are fucking unreal.
Yeah, so I mean, look, the Jase Lavalette numbers here. On the season, this guy has not been what we thought he was going to be. This guy was an absolute stud. As I've said 3 or 4 times already, projected number 1 overall pick. On the season, he's 9 for 40. That's a 225 average, 15 strikeouts, 15 walks, only 12 RBIs in the 13 games that they've played, 12 games that they've played, whatever it is. Like, over the 5 losses that they have so far, he's 2 for 16 in 5 games. He's gotten 2 hits in 5 games. It's a 125 average. Same thing, 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 6 Ks, 6 walks, only 1 RBI in 5 games for the 3-hole. This is not good, okay? And I'm not saying like this is going to continue the whole year, but you're a weekend away from SEC play. You're a weekend away from 98, 99 all the time, not 89.
I didn't even look up who they had.
Like this is not a good start for them. And look, even over the 5 wins, it wasn't very good for him. The 5 wins before the other 2, he was 4 of 17, only hitting 235, 7 Ks, 6 walks, 8 RBIs. But I mean, still 5 wins, you got 8 RBIs.
You got Alabama weekend 1.
Yeah, ranked Alabama, unbeaten Alabama, just beat Troy to continue their unbeaten streak so far. Like, it's not getting any easier for you. And then you got Caden Kitt. Caden Kitt's actually been pretty damn good.
You got him at home, so I mean, it might not be that bad, but like, still, like this is wild. Yeah. Like just these stats, just from A&M. I mean, it's unreal. Like, so can I read or do
read
you?
it, bud.
Okay. So this is how A&M ranks in the SEC. Okay, so they're last in the following categories: batting average, hits, doubles, walks drawn, on base percentage, slugging percentage, fielding percentage, runs scored, and total bases. Last in those categories. Okay, pitching wise, they are 14th in the SEC. Mama's home, so you can go ahead and open the door. Let him go see Mama. So they are 14th in SEC. Now, mind you, there are now 16 teams in the SEC. There used to be 14.
Yeah.
So there are 14. They are 14th out of 16 in opponents' batting average.
Meaning
so
the
batting average against, which means people hit off of them.
Yeah, the highest.
Very easily.
Yeah.
And they didn't lose a pitcher to injury.
Right.
They lost a hitter. They lost a
Right.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. They're 13th out of 16 in strikeouts, which means people are putting the ball in play. And if people put the ball in play, you got to make a play on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're scoring runs, right?
And you got to make a play on them. And what are they last in?
They are, so.
What is that fifth one? The last in what? Or sixth one? Fielding percentage. So when the pitchers aren't doing their job of striking guys out, because this is 13th in strikeouts. 13th least amount of strikeouts.
Yes.
There's 12 teams that have more strikeouts than them.
Yes.
As an entire staff.
Right.
Okay. So when you're not striking guys out and other teams are putting the ball in play and you're last in fielding percentage, it's not good.
Right. And then only 3 guys in the lineup are batting above 300. The other 6 guys that are getting the most at-bats. The other 6 guys are getting.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so nine guys.
Yep.
Right. 3 are hitting above 300. The other 6, nobody's batting over 225.
And that guy hitting 225, there's only one, and it's Jase Lavalette.
Which is insane.
The next is 222, and then I think there's another one at 222, and then it drops down more and more and more.
Like combined, Jase Lavalette and Caden Kent on the season combined in how many? In 12 games. Combined, they have 17 hits total.
No.
Yeah.
No, they got 23. Look at what I just highlighted. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You're looking at the 5 wins and the 5 losses.
No. I'm looking at 9 for 40.
Yep.
And 14. Oh, okay. Well, then what's the one in the middle? The ones in
8 for 37.
Look what I'm highlighting right there.
Okay, so that's the 5 wins. They're 9 for 35,
right?
257.
And then there.
That's the 5 losses. They're 8 for 37, hitting 216 in the 5 losses combined. And then on the season here.
Okay, so 9 plus 18. So you're missing something.
Yeah, this is not all the games. This is just the 5 losses before they had. I mean, the 5 wins before their first loss.
Oh, okay.
And then the 5 losses.
Understood.
So this is only 10 out of 12 games.
Okay, but still, I mean, it's not good.
On the season, it's Jase Lavallette's hitting 9 for 40 at 225. And
is his draft stock going down, you think?
I feel like it is right now. This is not the guy that you're drafting number 1.
Hell no.
You can't.
He's a junior this year.
Yeah, I think that's right.
He'll come back.
Do you have a calculator on your iPad over there?
The iPad's dead.
Do you have a calculator on your phone?
Yeah, I do. Why? What you got?
Pull it up real quick.
Got it.
23 divided by 84. What does that equal?
23 divided by 84. 273.
All right,
274.
So 274 in these 10 games. Now, what are they? I actually have their stats overall right here.
So why the fuck why did I pull my calculator?
I don't really know what I was doing.
Jesus Christ. You don't know what you're doing anytime.
For Caden Kent, 14. All right, do 14 plus.
No, fuck it. Just delete it. Not delete it, but. All right, so 14 plus
9. All right, so 23. Okay, yeah, that's what they are on the season. That's what they're them
274.
Yeah, that's what they're combined.
Those two combined.
And it's because Caden Kent's really holding it down.
Absolutely.
318.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Caden Kent, to me, is getting drafted higher than Jase Lavalette.
If he was, I don't know if he's eligible this year. Because he was a freshman last year. He was a true freshman last year.
Okay, well, then he's sophomore. Well, unless he's 21.
Unless he's 21. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's eligible now. But yeah, dude, look, this A&M team is just not what we thought. And as I've been saying for multiple episodes now, if you've been listening, the loss of a guy in Gavin Grahovac is so tremendous.
But why?
Because he's such a leader. It's like when they lost Montgomery.
But okay, but look, like I told you before we started, if LSU loses Daniel Dickinson right now, do we struggle? I don't think so. Because we have guys we can plug and play. Tanner Reeves immediately goes to second base.
But what did LSU have? Number one freshman. Incoming.
Yeah, number one transfer class.
Number one transfer class.
I get it. I understand. But
and dude's coming back.
But you started as preseason number one for a fucking reason.
Here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing behind LSU. God help us if Daniel Dickinson goes down because we don't need him to.
No, we don't need him to.
You take Josh Pearson out of DH or outfield role, he goes to second.
Correct.
And your Cape Cod MVP and Ashton Larson that hadn't got the at-bats goes in the outfield. Right. And you don't miss a beat.
Right.
Right? You don't miss a beat there.
Yeah, but
as good as he is.
But you don't get the preseason number one ranking for no fucking reason.
I think a lot of it has to do with Jase Lavalette being the pre-MLB number one
guy. In my opinion,
it is.
If you win the College World Series, you should be number one until proven otherwise. Tennessee, love the fact that LSU is number one. That's great. But Tennessee should be number one right now and should have been number one from the get-go.
Yep, absolutely.
A&M probably should have been two because they were runner-up.
There's no doubt about it. I don't disagree whatsoever.
Leave them there until they get proven otherwise.
Yeah.
So far, A&M has proved otherwise.
I'm a firm believer that in every sport, wherever you finish, when the last out is made of your World Series, of your Super Bowl, of whatever it is.
Yes.
When the last out, the last second's done on the clock, whatever it is, you should be the preseason number one. I don't care. I don't care if you like LSU a few years ago in basketball. Whenever we changed coaches, right? Will Wade, and we brought in what's his name? I can't think of his name.
No,
I don't really care.
I think it's what's his fuck. That's it.
Yeah. I don't really care that much about basketball.
No, I really don't.
Look, he got put in a horrible situation. LSU had 11 out of 12 players transfer
probably because they didn't like the fucking guy.
But regardless, had LSU won the championship with Will Wade and had 11 guys transfer because you fired Will Wade with all the FBI stuff that happened, okay, you should still start number one because you finished number one. Why should you not start number one?
Correct.
Now, they would have lost that, 2 games in, obviously. But regardless of the fact, I agree. I'm here with you. I agree.
Yeah, I think that this is probably the best thing that could have happened to A&M. It's kind of reality check of some sorts. But look, to me,
do you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
What is A&M at home known for?
The 12th man. Ball 4.
Okay.
Well, yes. Do they do it to their own players now?
That's it. Okay.
Do they do it to their own players now?
Do you know how many people I have seen quote tweet or quote post or whatever X calls it now?
That's Twitter.
Yeah. So whatever they call it now, after their loss Wednesday or Tuesday, lost 5, lost 5.
Soon.
Hilarious.
Buddy.
Hilarious.
If I had the tweeter, I'd 100% done it.
Bro, I'm talking, I was dying. The first one I saw, I lost it. Like, dude, it was in all caps with like 14 S's 5 or 8 times.
All right. Well, so now that we're an hour in right now, let's finally get to what we came here for. Sounds a weird clap. That's better. All right.
LSU baseball.
So here we go.
Baby.
So LSU baseball, right? So first of all, just want to throw it out there. Cade Arambide is not the guy.
Aaron Beatty.
Okay, that don't give a fuck. He's not the guy. He is not the guy. Don't be shocked if he fucking transfers, because I guarantee he's going to be getting a lot of shit from everybody except for people on the staff, like except for people at LSU. Jay might tell him, "Hey, go transfer, develop," like he told Blaze Priester. He might tell him that. And in my opinion, he's not the catcher of the future. He's very lazy.
You can go about
You
him.
you going pee?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys then. He's very lazy behind the plate. He doesn't get the job done. He misses. There were a lot of games on Tuesday, or there were a lot of pitches on Tuesday that got called wild pitches that should have been pass balls. He's on one knee. I hate that shit. Me and Jace both hate that shit. To where he's in an unathletic position trying to make an athletic move, and he cannot do it. Hernandez, a little bit better, right? But we've had a problem at catcher since probably Papirski left. And I'll wait till Jace gets back in to verify that. But we've had trouble. Milazzo was probably the best defensive catcher we've had in a while. But I mean, you can go back. I mean, Micah Gibbs and then Papirski are the only two that really ring a bell in my mind. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But the only two catchers in my mind that were successful at LSU all around were Micah Gibbs
Okay.
and Papirski in our time.
All around.
Like can hit and catch.
Okay.
Like good behind the plate and good at the plate.
Yeah, defensively and offensively.
Right. Papirski and Micah Gibbs. Would you say that? Would you agree?
I'm trying to think of some LSU catchers back in.
I mean, but like our time. That's the thing. I can't think of any in our time besides those two.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me who like stands out right off the top,
It's those two.
yeah.
Right? So we've had an issue at catcher. Milazzo, very good defensively. Travinsky, very good offensively. Right? So you've had that mix in there.
Yep.
Okay. But we have yet to find a catcher that is both good behind the plate and hits.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Hernandez is close. I'll give him that. He's close to it. I just personally, I don't think that he's it. Now, with that being said, Hernandez is better than what the fuck we got.
Yeah, and we still haven't seen really Blaze Priester in a.
We saw him in one game, and I thought he kind of a couple pass balls. I feel like he was almost as lazy as Aaron Bede.
I mean, I can understand that, but at the same time, we still haven't really seen him.
But game one, like off the bat, me and you were texting each other, and I mean in all caps, what the fuck is going on? What are we doing? Like we were being your typical pissed off LSU baseball fan, LSU football fan, LSU baseball fan, whatever LSU fan. We were being your typical fan that says fire everybody. Fucking, I was at least. I'm yelling at the TV. Victoria tells me, they can't hear you, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I can hear me.
Feel better.
Yeah, it makes me feel better, right?
Yeah, and look, I don't think we were being the typical fan of fire everybody. It was more of like, okay, we know this is not LSU baseball.
You should have pulled Connor Ware earlier, but then look, I'm saying all this, but I'm not a national championship head coach. Let me just get that out in the clear. All right.
You are?
I'm shockingly no, I'm not, right? But so Jay Johnson is. So look, in Jay we trust.
Yeah, I mean, right? Look, it's 100. Yeah, 100%.
But it's one of those things where Connor Ware should have been pulled earlier, and you immediately go with Zach Cohen because he can give you 4, right?
Yeah.
And then that's whenever you start throwing other people in the bullpen. You throw a guy. If Connor Ware gets out of 1, and with fucking 3 runs in the first. This team is dog shit, and they proved that in game 2.
Yeah.
They're not good. They're not LSU.
Yeah,
LSU is so good, but yet we throw fucking outings like that in there, and it's disastrous.
But okay, let's talk about it though, because Connor Ware's outing wasn't as bad as the numbers are. Okay, he strikes out.
He threw 38 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah, but why? You strike out a guy. Aaron Beatty misses it. That's
Back
one
to my
out.
point.
Guys on base. You have another guy that flies a ball to deep center field. And I get it's deep center field, but you got Stanfield out there. This dude is an absolute machine. He had a horrible read on the ball. He was like 4 foot to the right of the baseball whenever it hit the ground. He wasn't even close to it. He should have caught that ball. You had another one. I don't remember if it was the first. No, it had to be the first inning, because second inning he goes strike out one, strike out two, strike out three. He gets out of it. You had another one that a foul ball that Aaron Beatty and Jared Jones just look at each other and hope that one of them catches it. All in all, if you look at the first 3 hitters of the game,
Is that Jared Jones' ball?
100%.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
He's coming into it.
Yeah.
Should it have been both of them? Could either of them have called it? Yes.
Should
obviously.
they have fought for it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Once you hear Jones call it, you get Aaron Beatty get the fuck out the way.
right.
But if you watch that first inning, Connor Ware should have been 10 pitches, 0-0 game, and out of it.
And then second inning, he
Instead-
goes 10 pitches.
Exactly. Instead, he was 38 pitches, and it's 5-0.
3.
Oh, God. They only got 3?
Yeah.
Jeez, it felt like a lot more.
No, it did.
3-0 then to the bad guys. And it should have been 0-0 in 10 pitches. And like you said, he comes out second inning. We go strike out 1, strike out 2, strike out 3. He's done in 10 pitches. He should have been 3 up, 3 down, first 2 innings, 20 pitches. Instead, it was something completely different. He got taken out in the third, I'm pretty sure. He came back out in the third, got in some trouble again.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Got in some trouble again. But I mean,
Should've
dude,
had it already pulled
this
up.
whole game 1 was bad, okay? The defense had 3 errors according to the book. In my opinion, should have been 5. The Stanfield one I just talked about didn't get ruled an error. And also what didn't get ruled an error, which is just complete bullshit, is the exact same play that I just talked about with Aaron Beatty and Jones. That's an out. All day, every day, it's an out. And because it's in foul territory, it wasn't an error. So you should have had 5 errors on the game. You got charged with 3. Also in the game, pitching was horrible. 6 walks, 4 hit by pitches, 2 wild pitches, 2 pass balls.
8 earned, which I said earlier while you were pissing. There was a lot of wild pitches that should have been pass balls.
So I included everything here. According to the book, because I went back and looked play by play, in my opinion, should have been more pass balls than wild pitches.
Right.
I agree.
Right.
But according to the book, 4 wild pitches, 2 pass balls.
I think you should have at least been 3 and 3, if not the other way around.
Yeah, if not the other way around.
4 and 2.
The first strikeout of the game that Aaron Beatty misses was ruled a wild pitch. That's pass ball. I mean,
Right.
it was to the inside of him. Hits off his glove.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pass ball. It's not a wild pitch. Pass ball.
Ridiculous.
So,
I don't know if you know this from this game or not, but LSU used 16 batters in this game, right? Because Jay likes to do that. He likes to put pinch hitters in certain situations, whatever.
Yep.
North Dakota State kept the same 9 in the whole game.
yeah, they're same. So, what really pissed me off in this game was they had
6 hits.
one guy that was 0 for on the year in the game. Well, yeah, 6 hits and getting 9 runs. Yeah, obviously pissed me off.
Yeah.
They had one guy that was 0 for and got 2 hits in this game.
There's 9-hole guy.
Or 1 hit in the game.
Simon, he was 2 for 4.
Yeah, got 2 hits in the game. That's what I thought. They had another guy, I think it was their 7-hole. He was on like a 5-game no-hit streak. He was hitting like .097 coming into the game. He had 2 hit or got on base 3 times, whether it be walk or hit by pitch and a hit. He got on base multiple times. It's like, dude, this is the bottom of the order. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know why we're throwing curveballs and changeups. Call fastball down the middle and let's fucking go get them. I mean,
yeah, we use 6 pitchers. Cohen should have been used earlier. He went 2 2/3. He was the guy that was out there the longest.
Yeah.
for all of LSU pitching. Connor Ware didn't record a third out. Went out there for the third.
Yeah, it didn't record.
Didn't record an out.
You know what? You know what scares me about Connor Ware? He was so good against DBU.
Right.
He got down in counts a lot. We had a lot of 2-0, 2-1, 3-0, 3-1 kind of counts here. Down in counts a lot. But what scares me about Connor Ware was this a guy versus DBU a week ago that was sitting 92, 93.
Right.
And this week versus these guys was sitting like 88.
Yeah.
That's scary. Dude, a 4 or 5 mile per hour drop.
Something's wrong.
Something might be up here. And I do think LSU should take a look into it. I mean, I'm sure they have.
I would assume.
Right. We're watching this on TV. These guys have all the stats. All the coaches have all the stats, all the data and everything.
They got fucking iPads they can watch
I'm sure
previous at bat with.
Yeah, I'm sure he's then got MRI or something, got checked out, got tested, whatever, for whatever kind of elbow injury or something like that. But, dude, you're talking about down 5 miles per hour in a week? Whew.
Yeah.
When you didn't pitch in a weekend game. You didn't even come in relief in the weekend.
So here's what pissed me off about this game. Connor Ware gets pulled, right? Jaden Newt comes out. Hey, man, all we need you to do is fucking throw strikes here. You have probably a top 5 defense in all the D1 behind you. Throw fucking strikes. Hey, if you want to give me your empties, there's a new bag in there.
I know. I was about to throw it, but
I can pull the top. I can pull the top off if you want me to, and you can just fucking start shooting them in there.
Yeah, just start tossing them.
Yeah, okay. I'm pull the top off. But so here we go. Right. So Jaden Newt comes in there. And
I don't normally drink these, but they're free, so drinking them.
Free beer is best beer.
Yeah.
So, but he comes in there and records 1 out, allows 2 hits, 2 fucking earned, and has 1 walk.
And the thing about Jaden Newt is I thought this was going to be our 9th inning closer.
Should have been, but not going to happen.
I think it's Case and Evan now, though.
It's got to be. No, it is 100%. DJ Premu comes in there. He records a whole inning, right? But he's still 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned, another walk. Right? I don't have the hit by pitch stats here, but I know that he probably hit 1 fucking.
We have 4.
Newt. Okay, yeah. Huge shout out though to Chandler Dorsey.
Chandler fucking Dorsey.
Don't know where the hell he came from.
Season debut here.
Yes. I don't know why he hasn't pitched up until this point. But he comes in, there's 2 innings, 2 hitless innings, 2 runless innings, had 1 walk and only 1 strikeout. But still, you throw strikes, let your defense make a play.
Yep.
I'm telling you have a top 5 defense in all of D1 behind you.
All the way around.
Yes.
Except
let them make a Well, by this point, fucking Hernandez is in the game.
Yeah.
You know, so
he did come in.
He
came in late. Yeah. It's
like
5th inning, 6th inning, something like that.
I don't know when he came in, but like, dude, and then you go from Chandler Dorsey to Cohen. And Cohen allows 1 hit, no earned, 3 strikeouts. Like, this is the dude that should have started this game.
Yeah, I think
he should have started, dude. And I don't understand why.
I text you, so I think so. We talked about preseason right before the season started. We were kind of going through what we thought would be weekend, midweek starters. We said Zach Cohen was going to be in there somewhere, whether it was Sunday guy, Tuesday guy, whatever it was going to be. He was going to be a starter somewhere. We were sure about that. And then I text you here, 12 games in, 13 games in. I think Zach Cohen's role is 2023 Thatcher Hurd. That's what it looks like. He's not a starter. He's
a long mid reliever.
He's a long
comes
mid reliever.
In the 6 and gives you 3.
Gives you 3 dominant innings. That is what this has looked like to me so far. I don't see Jay changing this role. I see Jay changing Saturday and Sunday. I think Shores eventually gets bumped to Saturday. I don't know how soon, but I think he does get bumped to Saturday. And I see Cohen being this guy that's like, okay, Cade didn't have his best outing. We got to take him out in the 4th.
Right.
Anthony Ianson didn't have his best outing. Got to take him out in the 3rd.
Yeah.
And this is where Cohen comes in. Like you said, it gives you 3,
But
gives you 4.
But what happens if you have back to back? So Ianson, he gets pulled in the third, right?
So-
Cohen comes in. Chase Shores
Yeah.
gets pulled in the third.
Mm-hmm.
Who comes in?
So
That's the problem we have with that is we don't have more than one of those.
well, let me tell you where I'm at with that. Because I think come SEC play, you say fuck the midweeks, right? Completely fuck the midweeks.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
That's when you have people
But-
betting fucking 600.
But I would rather beat SEC teams than beat ULL coming
But
to town.
Chandler
or
Dorsey's
Nickel.
starting the game.
But
dude.
no, but hear me out here. So we just gave a situation. Cade doesn't get out the 4th. Shores doesn't get out the 4th. Ianson doesn't get out the 4th. Right?
Okay.
What do you do for that long relief role? I think Friday night you go Cohen. Right? That's where you go Friday night because
Okay.
he's established himself as one of the guys.
You got to win game one.
We know Jay is one of those guys.
You got to win
Right.
game one.
He's going to his top guys in situation.
Yeah.
Game 2. This is where I say fuck the midweeks. And I say fuck the midweeks because game 2, William Schmidt. Give me 3. Give me to the 7th.
I think you swap him and Ianson and then swap him and Chase Shores.
The only reason they
put
won't
put Chase as a Saturday guy and then put William Schmidt.
the only reason that they
Sunday guy.
won't is because there's and Jay has said this, they're trying to keep Schmidt on pitch count.
But they're ramping him up.
They are
So he had 70 plus last night.
73. So maybe late SEC play.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets a Saturday start.
Right.
Or Sunday start, I mean.
Right.
Maybe he gets that. But I think to start SEC play, if you're talking about, who we got weekend 2, we're in Texas, right? Cade, Cohen, Evans, game
So where
1.
that's going to come into play is the SEC tournament.
Yeah, but yeah, well, you need a lot of starters for that,
Like,
especially if you lose a game.
That's what I'm saying. You lose a game, you're playing this day, that day, like right after each other.
Yep. Which means that the guys like a DJ Premu,
I'm sure we're saying that name wrong. I think it's Primo.
Primo.
It's EAUX, like go.
Yeah.
I think it's Primo. But
DJ.
yeah, my dog.
Chandler Dorsey.
Well, Chandler Dorsey just came into play here.
Cooper Williams.
So now you have another guy. Cooper Williams, he's sit the fuck down.
You've got to figure Jacob Myers. You've got to figure it out. Okay.
That's one.
If
That's
Jacob
one.
Myers can get going out the pen
And we get Gidry back.
and you get Gidry back, this changes the whole dynamic of this team.
So here you go, right here. Here's your 2 midweek guys. Jacob Myers. And when Gidry comes back, he's your second guy. If you got 2 midweek games, which I don't think we have any from here on out.
We shouldn't, because you start SEC play, you
Right.
got to have all your guys healthy.
Right. So
Connor
now-
Ware needs to start every
Okay.
midweek.
Okay, no.
Dude, I'm on the train of fuck the midweeks, and you got to keep his pitch count high. Because if you
let
lose
Jacob,
game 1,
you let Jacob Mayers do that.
okay, I can live with that.
You let him do that or Gidry.
But if if Mayers proves himself to be a dominant reliever, think about it. Let's just say Friday goes. K goes 5. Cohen for 2. Rizzy, Evans closes it out. Game 2. Shores, because I think
No.
Shores eventually comes
Okay,
into Saturday
okay.
play.
Got it.
Shores for 5. Okay. Gidry, Mayers closes it out. They can both give you 2. No problem.
Yeah.
Game 3, Ianson.
I see Schmidt. I see Schmidt in that role or
Then
Gidry.
Schmidt.
Or Gidry. If Gidry can come back,
But like Jay said today, he's going to his top guys in the most crucial role.
I can't wait to see that arrogant motherfucker pitch again.
Which means to me, a guy like Dorsey who made his debut and he was fantastic.
Right.
Okay. Connor Ware, DJ, Cooper, right? Those 4 guys get their chances in midweeks. Now, Dorsey might get his chance on a Sunday from here on out,
Right.
right? Because of how good he was. But we also got to take into effect we've faced a 1-9 team.
I just hope we're healthy.
So you take Dorsey out, all of a sudden you're DJ, Cooper, Ware for your midweek.
Right.
Just fine. Kind of Ware. Give me 3, give me 4, give me 5. If you have a great day like DBU, let's run that pitch count to 85, because if we go to SEC and for whatever reason we're off and we lose game 1, you're in the losers bracket.
You're going to need that.
You're going to need another guy.
Yeah.
So run the pitch count up, and then you go DJ and Cooper Williams, and you hope that those 2 lefties can figure it the hell out, and you go 3 lefties in a row. But oh man, we need Guidry back, and he's not expected to pitch this weekend. Jay already said that. We need Guidry back, and when you get him back,
but I'd rather him start in against Mizzou, right? Then you,
but that's not happening.
Then you stretch. No, not start, but I'm saying him come back, out of a bullpen or whatever against Mizzou to kind of relinquish him, right?
Yep.
I'd rather him do that than they try it early.
Yeah.
He might be fine. He might be, but they're probably not going to stretch it, right? But now, so speaking of who they play this fucking weekend, they're no slouch.
It's no slouch.
And
not at all.
So let me just look. We play North Alabama this weekend. Okay. They are 3-8 on the season, right? But they've only allowed double-digit runs one time. And they played 2 SEC teams, and it was not against a fucking SEC team. It was against University of Alabama and Birmingham. Okay, the score was 10-2. Yeah. Now, on their website, they have Tennessee as number 1.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, they could be using – look, LSU was only number 1 on D1Baseball.com. That's it. Everywhere else, which is what ESPN
and they have LSU as number 2, which is fine. That's what I agree with. Rankings this early don't fucking matter.
No, it's when you get into conference play.
College is the only team, like the only thing that uses rankings. Like MLB, NFL, NBA, they don't use fucking rankings.
Yeah, but all college sports use rankings.
But I'm saying, like, why don't MLB? Why don't they use rankings? So they only use it in the playoffs.
No, so they do use a ranking. Like right now, as of a couple of days ago, because at work I have multiple tabs pulled up on my work computer. One of them's ESPN, so I check it all the time.
I don't think any of them are work.
No, they are work.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble,
but they do.
If you do one day.
No, they're
don't blame it on me.
Samsara and some stuff like that. Make sure our drivers are doing the right thing, but pictures and everything like that. But no. They do like a power ranking every week. They do a power ranking based off of how you did in spring training, like even now. And I think Jeff Passan is in control of that.
Okay, but
they do have a power ranking from spring training all the way throughout. Like they did a off-season power ranking. How'd you do in the off-season? Did you get an A+? Did you get an A-? Did you get an A? Same thing for B, C, D, F.
Yeah, but they're not numbers.
Well, when you click on it, it says number 1, A+, Dodgers, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yankees, A-. Like you lost Soto, but you brought in A, B, C, D, E,
but that's
G.
like off-season. Anyway,
they do.
I get you.
They do it.
I get you. But look. So they lost,
but they do it power ranking wise.
They lost one game to Army.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was a 6-1 loss. Then they won 3-2, then 5-0. Against Auburn, they lost 6-2, and Auburn's been lighting it up. Right, that was a midweek game
on my bet, but
yeah,
sure.
So
lighting it up.
Then they played St. Louis, whoever the fuck that is. Right, they lost the first one. They won the second one 8-1. They lost the first one 5-0. Won the second one 8-1, right? And then the third game was canceled.
Yeah, sounds right.
Then they played number 1 Tennessee, and I'm okay with it calling them number 1. They lost 7-5. So they put up 5 runs and allowed 7. They lost by 2 against fucking Tennessee. There's not a team out there that really can compete with Tennessee at this moment, and they did.
Let me just see something real quick
Okay, you do that.
because I want to see how many teams have been within 2 of Tennessee.
Okay. But then the next day or the series, they got fucking swept by University of Alabama Birmingham, which sucks. But they lost 4-1. They lost 1-0. Then they lost 10-2. All right, and then they lost again. They're on a 5-game losing streak right now. Because they lost to Belmont 5-4. They play in close ball games. Okay, and the reason they play in close ball games is because of their pitching staff.
Yeah, the pitch staff.
Yes, sir.
Teams within 2 runs.
Okay.
At the end of the game, playing
Okay.
Tennessee.
Okay.
A total of 1.
And it's them.
And it's
It's North Alabama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, number 16, no, Oklahoma State. When they played them, they're not ranked now.
Right.
Number 16, Oklahoma State, lost 5-3.
Right.
So they were 3. Aside from that, their other 10 games are 4 or
You
more.
said they lost 5-3? That's 2 runs.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5-2. 5-2.
Okay.
They were 3 out. That is what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, their other games are 4 or more, and most of them are a lot more.
Yeah. Dude, that's first of all, this pitching staff. They only have 4 guys.
North Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only have 4 guys that technically qualified to meet the minimum requirement of innings pitched and all. 3 of them have below a 3 ERA. The other one has a 5.82.
And look, just to put it in perspective, you said it best. Their pitching staff.
Yeah.
They are in the Atlantic Sun Conference. This pitching staff ranks number 1 out of the 12 teams. All right. With a 3.91 ERA. Nobody else is under 4.
Yeah.
However.
Hold it down.
Okay.
I got to pee.
However, the offensive numbers here rank 11 out of 12. Their team batting average is 211. The only team worse than that is Eastern Kentucky at 194. All right. This team might be 3-8. Those 3 wins are coming on the back of their pitching staff. Their pitching staff is really, really good. You have a guy here. His name is Trip Patterson. I expect to see him Saturday. And the only reason I expect to see him Saturday is because I think they know they take a Friday loss. They try to save their best guy for Saturday to hopefully get a win against Big Bad, number 2 on their website, LSU, number 1, according to D1 Baseball, which is also what ESPN uses. But this guy, Trip Patterson, leads the team in innings pitched, 19.2 innings. I think he's their Friday guy. He's obviously their best guy. In the 3 starts so far, 19.2 innings, 1.37 ERA, 1.37 ERA, 11 hits in 19 2/3 innings, 3 earned runs in that same amount of time, 11 strike. He don't strike out a lot of guys. 11 strikeouts to 5 walks. Opponents are hitting 157 against him. He is getting a total. I wish it showed me right here how many. Oh, at bats. 70 at bats against him. He's allowed 3 extra base hits. 3.
Mm.
Now, look, extra base hits are a big thing. Game 2, obviously, that LSU played yesterday.
We didn't even talk about that.
Not really much to talk about. We got off to a bad start Tuesday. We bounced back Wednesday. We're
7
up 5
innings, beat the fuck out of them. I left the game after the 4th. Went
Jared
to
Jones
Ivors.
hit 2 homers. Dickinson hit a homer. We did our thing. We acted like LSU baseball versus a 1-10 team.
Correct.
Okay, we acted that way. We don't need to talk about it. But when you're talking extra base hits here and you got 70 at-bats against their number 1 guy in 19 2/3 innings, and he's only given up 3 extra base hits, look, this team is no joke. Jay Johnson said it best after game 1. Don't look at the record. Okay, we tried to preach this to our kids. These kids that we grew up coaching. I spent 11 years in coaching. You spent 4 years in coaching. We we preached and preached and preached. We know you have phones. We know your mom and dad got phones. We know y'all got computers at the house. Stop looking at their record.
But
because
see,
you show up to the park and you say, "Oh, team 1-9, we're 11-0. We're gonna beat the brakes off of these guys." No, that's not how baseball works.
no. So I will say, first of all, can I get a beer?
Oh yes.
Second
Yes.
of all,
Yes.
back in our day, right, there was one organization, right, for tournaments, the U-Trip.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And now they have 2D, OTC, this and that. So records don't fucking matter because they could play U-Trip all year
Exactly.
and be undefeated, right? And then go play one OTC tournament and be 0-2 or 0-3 on the weekend. And then they go play an OTC tournament and you're looking at that record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also kids don't look at that shit anymore. I will let you know that now. Kids don't go on the USSSA website or OTC website. The parents do.
Yes. The parents absolutely do.
The
You
parents
are absolutely correct.
And the parents are
Yes.
the ones that tell the fucking kids, y'all should win game one.
100%.
They're 2-8 on
Yep.
the season.
Yep, 100%.
But the parents aren't looking.
Stop.
Yes. There's very few select parents out there that look at all the organizations of the teams that they're playing, like
Yep.
all the records.
Yep.
Very few. And those parents are also the parents that don't tell the kid the record. They look at it for their own sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Kerry Melanson. Love the guy to death. Kerry, love you. I need to go see his son play at Prairieville Middle or at Prairieville High School. I need to go see him. Latham was 14 years old, hitting like 82, 83, right? And he's a freshman now. Buddy, I got videos of him hitting fucking dongs at 12 years old. And I'm coaching first. And you see the whole video, right? You see the whole field in the video.
Is this when you go up?
Yes. Dude, off the bat,
Yeah.
I stick my arms up in the air and he rounds first.
Video.
I slap the fuck out of his hand, right?
Yeah, it's a great video.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just ecstatic. And you just see Justin at third just watch it go and then he sticks his arms up straight like that.
Absolutely.
Which, as you know, Justin's love again, Justin, I know you're not watching. Love you love you to death. You're one of my groomsmen and all. But probably one of the most uncoordinated, most athletic baseball players I've ever met. It's crazy. He was just so fundamentally sound. But like you put him on the dance floor, buddy, looks like a fucking Jesse. You look like an idiot on the dance floor. And I can't wait to see that at the wedding. Which is
I was about to say that means dance at the wedding, but
yes, which is like I think 8 weeks away. No, 7 maybe.
7.
Fuck.
7, bud.
But I'm getting married.
You are.
Anyway, so
and the best man right here, speech is ready.
Yeah, Jace just told me it's ready.
Speech is ready.
Can't fucking wait. Shout out to Peaches.
Oh God.
What?
All right, so let's talk about
my lady doesn't watch this. Your lady doesn't watch this.
Let's talk about this North Alabama
Shout
team.
out Peaches.
Here for just a second.
At the
Peaches,
dollhouse in Myrtle Beach, South
Peaches,
Carolina.
you know what you did.
Yeah,
damn
you
it,
slut.
Look, this team by all means, LSU should just beat the brakes. We shouldn't play more than 21 innings if you look at it on paper. However, baseball's not an on paper game.
I don't know. You look at it on paper. I think we're playing 27.
Yeah, but
of tough baseball.
But hear me out here. They have 6 starters that have played in minimum 10 of the 11 games that they've played in. Okay? 10. Of those 6 starters, here's your batting averages in order. 292, which means nobody's above 300 on this team. 2 of them tied at 286 and 286, so there's 3. Your 4th guy, here's your drop. 143. 5th guy, 121. Your 6th guy, 094.
And these are starters.
This is your starters.
Crazy. Because you got guys batting 500, 400, 300, but they're not qualified because this guy batting 500 is at eight at bats.
Their most
Why isn't he
qualified
starting? That's the one I want to know.
their most qualified hitter is this kid Alex Wilson. He has a 300 batting average. He's played in 8 games, 8 starts. He has 30 at bats, which ranks 7th on the team. So I guess this would be included in the starters here, but for whatever reason, he's in gray and not the
Probably
white
8
boxes.
hole or 9 hole or something like that.
So this kid's hitting 300, but that's your next most guy that's seen the field is 8 games, 8 games started. Your next guy after that is 6. There's 3 of them at 6. They're hitting 211, 056, and 053.
A lot of guys.
Like
it seems like they kind of they're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, this is a team that's played a lot of people. Their total as a team, they're hitting 211. Their opponents also hitting 211. Okay. Yeah. This team is built on a pitching staff, and as we've said it, their pitching staff is really good. You got this kid Trip Patterson. I can't wait to watch him pitch. It's going to be a lot of fun to see a kid from a North Alabama team that we really don't know nothing about, doesn't get a lot of credit. Is he 96 maybe? Is he 88 with just a bunch of movement and 5 different pitches? But you're talking about a guy right here that's got an ERA of 1.37. He's got an opponent batting average against him of 157. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys. As I said, when Coach Rob went to use the bathroom earlier, doesn't strike out a lot of dudes. And then you got this kid in the bullpen, Dylan Morrill. I hope I'm saying your name right, bud. You've had 4 appearances. You have the third most pitch innings on the team at 13. You have a 1.38 ERA. The opponent batting average here is an 0.95. If this is who we get at any point of the weekend, we're in for a battle here. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. They've really relied on what seems to be They've really relied on what seems to be 4 guys here: Trip Patterson, Dylan Morrell, Anthony Pidgeonton. Hopefully, Pidgeon maybe
AP. Oh, yeah. AP.
And Bryson Parrish, and then there's another guy way down at the bottom, Coach. If you go look, he's number 19, Reese Young. He's got 9.1 innings. He's the 4th highest innings on the team. Everybody else is between 0.1 and 4.1 after that. So you're really relying on 4 guys here. And, you know, this is a team that's built on their pitching staff. They're 3-8.
So
offense ranks 11th out of 12th. Pitching staff ranks 1 out of 12. Like it's a complete opposite team here of what we're looking at. So
fun fact here. Trip Patterson's a freshman.
Ooh.
He's a left-handed pitcher, 6'2", and if I'm fucking reading this right, bud, 6'2", 165. 165 pounds.
Yeah. From Alexandria High School in Alabama?
Yeah, in Alabama. So his 3 games that he's started in, it went 5 2/3, 6, and then 8. So, and then in those games, I mean, a total, he allowed 3 in the first game, 6 hits in the second game, and 2 hits in the last game. Allowed 1 earned in each.
Hey, good for him.
Okay, so that's why his ERA is so fucking low. Now, in the first game, he had 3 walks. In the second game, he had no walks. And in the third game, he had 2. In the first game, he had 3 strikeouts. In the third game, he had 1 strikeout. And in the second game, he had 7.
Yeah, 1 strikeout in 8 innings. Look, this is not a guy that's going to strike out a lot of guys. I mean, 19.2 innings, he's got 11 total strikeouts. He's not going to.
He hit 7 in 1 game. That's what concerns me a little bit. But
but against a St. Louis team that's 2-4, they haven't even. I mean, or they were 2-4.
He has 1 error fielding on the year, and that was in the first game. But
make him throw the ball first.
Well, no, he has 1 error.
I'm just kidding. Look, I'm excited for the matchup strictly because I want to see this kid pitch.
Yeah,
this Trip Patterson.
He's got to be the Saturday or Sunday. I don't see him being the fucking.
I said he's not going to throw Friday because I think they're going to come in here and say, you know what, fuck Friday. Like we'll just take a L. But against Eanston, we've said a lot. Eanston got down 5-0 in his last start in 3 innings. Do they save their number one? Look,
His fastball is flat and his breaking stuff is elite.
I know a guy that played, some JUCO baseball,
Okay.
and whenever they played a series against
The king?
no, when they played a series against a D1 team, they saved their ace for Saturday. They didn't throw their ace game one.
Oh,
They threw their Saturday guy Friday, and
this
their
must
Friday
be an
guy Saturday.
Alabama thing. Because Alabama did it last year. Is their coach betting on games?
Well, I was about to say, Alabama's a little different. They were betting.
Hey, Arizona's up 2-0. BYU won. So could win my bet today.
There you go. Either way it goes, look, I think on paper, LSU baseball's not played on paper, but on paper LSU should be done in 21 innings, in my opinion. I don't see 21 innings at all. I don't see 7 innings at all. Maybe Sunday, because after those first two guys,
after the first two ass whoopings,
you kind of get to a pitching staff that's got a lot of question marks.
We've said it before. You have Chase Shore starting on Sunday, which is unfair to a lot of teams.
Yeah. In my opinion, the only team that it's not unfair to at this current moment, speaking today, Thursday, March 6th, this current moment is Florida. Florida has a monster lefty. He's 6'11". Dude is huge.
I was thinking you're the only 10 I see.
Oh, no. Well, I guess you can make a case for them too, but
I mean, you probably could. They're 11-0, so put some respect on their fucking name.
Either way it goes, look, this is not going to be just a close your eyes walk through the weekend. I mean,
no, it's not.
And it should never be.
But neither is any baseball game we play.
Right.
It's baseball.
It's a beautiful thing about baseball. Anybody can win on any given day. If not, the Dodgers would go 162-0. The Yankees would most likely go 162-0 if there wasn't interdivision play.
Yeah.
The Mets, who, Coach, I bet you didn't know this, but the Mets have led the league in payroll for the last 5 years.
That's because of Bob Emania.
Including last year when the Dodgers went crazy with everybody and gave Shohei.
Well, they deferred all kinds of shit. So
have led the payroll. So the Mets would be 162-0. I mean, it's just one of those things where any given team can beat any given team on any given day.
Any given day.
And
so
it's the beautiful thing about baseball.
Speaking of the Dodgers, I've been seeing a lot of shit on there about their pitching staff. Ohtani's name is nowhere mentioned in any of that pitching staff.
Yeah, he won't pitch for the first month.
So what
they've already said that because he had the shoulder. What he did? He popped his shoulder out.
Oh, his left shoulder.
Game, but it was his left shoulder.
Yep.
But because he couldn't,
right? No, correct. Yeah.
Do this,
no, I mean he had trouble swinging a fucking bat.
Yeah,
so.
because he couldn't go all opposite equal and all that stuff. Yep. It pushed back his timeline of throwing. So, and let's just be honest. Do the Dodgers really need to rush Shohei back into starting?
Fuck no. They even got Kershaw they can fucking throw in there.
The only reason you would even think about trying to rush him back is because you got the 3-game slate in Japan to start the year.
Was Kershaw the opening day starter last year?
No, he didn't come back till August.
Oh, so ended his streak. Okay.
Glasnow was.
Got it.
But yeah, the only reason you rush Shohei back is because you're playing your opening weekend in Japan.
Got it.
But they're not doing that. They've already said Yamamoto starting game 1, and they're hoping that Sasaki starts game 2. Haven't said for sure, but I can't imagine a situation where Sasaki doesn't start game 2 because you're in Japan. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
You got to throw them in. That's box office numbers there. I mean.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Now, do I think Sasaki's number 2 all year? No. I think Glasnow's your number 2.
I think Sasaki's not going to be in the starting rotation at the start of the year.
That's a possibility too. I mean, his first outing in spring training
was a relief outing.
Yeah, Yamamoto threw 3, and then he came in for 3.
Let him fuck around and become the new closer.
Disgusting,
dude.
Disgusting.
You got a 1-0 ball game.
Yeah,
you can't win.
Coach, let's stick around, drink a couple more beers while we download this episode. We're an hour and 44 minutes in. The boys got to talk some MLB news, some Yankees news, some Braves news. We got to talk some Texas A&M.
Actually, I think this is our second longest episode.
Yeah, I think so, behind the girls.
Third. The LSU preview was 2.
Oh, okay. We got to talk some A&M. What we think's wrong there. We got to talk LSU midweek games and preview.
And then a preview.
Yeah, preview of the weekend. look, this can be an exciting weekend. That's all there is to it. Next weekend we start SEC play against Mizzou, and then we go to Texas.
Yeah, and look,
So
my old lady told me I'm fat yesterday. So, um, if you think I'm fat, go ahead and put it in the comments. Just so we know you're listening, right? I won't take it to heart or anything. I won't probably go to the gym tomorrow. Anyway,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
we have fun. But no, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is the time we normally plug our socials and all that. But if you don't know where they are, go back to like episode like 98 on Spotify and
Just
you'll
type in
hear it
Diamond
right
Deck
at the
Pod,
beginning.
you'll find it.
Yeah, no. Well, Diamond Deck Pod's our email.
I think that our D Deck Pod is our
Twitter?
Twitter, maybe. I don't know.
I know at Diamond Deck Discussions, anywhere you go,
Yeah, we're there.
yeah, you'll get there. So yeah, if you want to find us, if you want to share us to somebody, feel free.
D Deck Discussion on Twitter.
Feel
X.
free because right now we're doing this for free. So
Good point.
it'd be nice, but hey, if we don't make it, we don't make it. We're gonna continue to do this shit until one of us moves to England or something. So, and then we still might. What are you laughing at, dude?
You, buddy. Anyway, keep going. Close
All
us
right.
out.
Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank y'all so much. This has been Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered.